Hello everyone, my name is Prosper. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you step by step how to transfer a domain from one registrar to another registrar. Exactly. So to illustrate this example proper, I'm going to be working with three different registrar or four in total. So let's say, I have a domain across three different registrar, and then we are going to be assuming we want to transfer it to name Celo. Exactly. So that's what I'm going to be showing you in this video. So before we get into it, please, if you are yet to subscribe, please take your time to click on that subscribe button. It's absolutely free to subscribe. So click on that subscribe button right now, and also on that bell icon beside the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. All right. So thank you very much if you have just done that. So now let's get into this video. Now what we want to do is, now we have, let's say we have a name Celo account. I want to transfer a domain name from other registrars. So for example, this is Dynadot, this is Pogborn, and this is Namecheap. So the reason why I'm using different registrar to explain this example is because the interface are different. So if you can understand it now, you can work with any other interface. Exactly. All right. So what you just do is you go to where you want to move the domain to. So where you want to transfer to the domain to. So like I said, we have domain on other registrar. I want to bring it in to name Celo. So that's the example I'm using in this video. So what you do is you head over to name Celo example. You come to domain. You see transfer a domain here. So once you click on transfer a domain, you can see you'll be shown with this screen. You can see transfer domain to name Celo. We extend your expiration by 1 year. I will explain this as we go on in this video. So what you do is you come here and type the name of the domain you want to transfer to name Celo. So let's say we have this domain, lipo360surgery.com. We have it on Dynadot. So let me copy it, and I want to move this domain from Dynadot to name Celo. So once I've copied it, I'll come over here, I'll type it here, and I'll click on search. So you can see. So now it's asking for authorization code. Exactly. So that's the code that it will need for you to transfer it from Dynadot to name Celo. Exactly. Now look, what it's saying here is we extend your expiration for 1 year. What it basically means that if you are moving a domain name from one registrar to another, you are going to pay for additional year and the additional year. So now what this means is that, now look at this domain, for example, it's supposed to expire 8/20, that's I think September or thereabouts, on the 8th, which is I think that's August. All right, whatever, sure. So that means it's supposed to expire on this particular year, exactly 2024. So if I'm to move it to name Celo, I'm going to pay for additional year. So that means moving it, I'm going to pay for additional year such that it will expire 2025, exactly, when it moves here. So I'm paying for additional year. That's the meaning of this. It works across all registers. That's how they do. Once you are moving a domain name to a new registrar, you pay for additional year, 1 year. All right. So that is it here now. Don't forget, I said you're going to come here. You're going to click on transfer a domain, and then you take now for you to get the authorization code. You go to the website where you have the domain. If you should scroll down, you see this authorization code. Exactly. So for example, using Dynadot, you have to first of all unlock the domain, exactly, just for security reason. So once you click on unlock, it will ask you for some questions. So you can see unlocking a domain allows it to be transferred to another registrar or move it into another account. So you click here to unlock the domain, and then it will ask you, okay, I've already done that before. So it might ask you to enter some particular code just to be sure that you are the one that want to unlock it. So once you do that, you'll be presented with an authorization code. So is this code you are going to copy? So is this code you are not going to copy and come and give it to name Celo, which is where you want to move it to. Exactly. It's the same process across any registrar. It's the same process. Then once you do that, you click on transfer domain. So you click on transfer domain, it's what you want me to log in. I'm not logging in, but basically that's the process. Once you log in, you'll be asked to check out, and then you have to pay. Exactly. So now let's look at this other instance. So if you want to also do it across Pogborn too, it's the same thing. So I'm using this. So let's say I'm currently on Pogborn and I want to move a domain. Let me now enter. Let me go to dynadot.com. So I want to give you another example. So let's say this domain that I have on Pogborn, this Cagliari Dental Center, I want to move it from Pogborn to Dynadot. Now this is another example. Now the example I gave earlier was I'm moving a domain from Dynadot to name Celo. Exactly, name Celo. Now second example is I'm moving a domain from Pogborn to Dynadot. So just for you to understand the process. So what I'll do is, now that I am on Dynadot, I want to move a new domain into Dynadot. I click on domain, you see transfer. So click on transfer. So you can see enter the domain that you want to transfer. So let's come over here. I've copied the domain. And then I go to Dynadot and I enter the domain. So you can see that this is also asking for authorization code. So you can see it's the same process across all registrars. The interface might be different, but it's the same process. So I come over here and then you see this here, transfer. You can see get authorization code. So once I click it, it generates an authorization code for me. And then I'll come back here and enter that code and I click on transfer. So once I click on transfer, I'll be asked to check out such that I'm going to pay for additional year. Exactly. So basically that's just the process, but the interface might be different, but the process is the same thing. Same thing if you also head over to Namecheap. If you're on the domain, you come to transfer and sharing. You can see change okay, you can see transfer out. Exactly. And under transfer out, you can see authorization code. So if you are transferring a domain from Namecheap to another registrar, so this is where you're going to come to get your authorization code. I hope that is clear. Now let me also explain one more thing before I end the video. Now there's a difference between transfer a domain and pushing a domain. Exactly. So if you are transferring a domain, that means you are moving the domain from one registrar to another registrar. That is transfer. Exactly. Now, but if you are pushing a domain, that means you are moving the domain from one account to another account within the same registrar. I hope that makes sense. So for example, you can see change accounts. So let's see what this place is saying. It's not coming up. So you say you can move or push the domain into another account. What this simply means is that you move the domain from one Dynadot account to another Dynadot account. That is push. Exactly. So all registrar does that. So for example, you see something like that here. So you can see account transfer push domain. That means if you click on this push domain, what it simply means is that I am moving this domain from my own Pokebon account to another Pokebon account. So doing that, you won't need authorization code. What you might just need is probably the person username or the person email. Exactly. So basically that's the process on how to transfer a domain from one registrar to another and how to push a domain from one user to another user within the same registrar. I hope that makes sense. So that's it, guys. I hope you find value in this video. If you are not clear, if you still need more question or more clarification, more explanation, anything, just leave them in the comment section and I'm going to attend to it. So don't forget, if you are yet to subscribe to, please click on that subscribe button and also on that bell icon so that you can get notified of any other video I release. And with this, guys, I'll see you all in another video. Thank you.